Yeah, really pleasing. Rap for the players who've been preparing extraordinarily well, really since I walked through the door. So they're getting some reward for effort. It's really pleasing for them, fuel their belief. And as a football club, I think it's Fremantle's second final MCG, and that's where the Premiership Cup gets lifted. So it's great to be able to come here against what is a quality opposition, backs to the wall sort of opportunity, and we stood up and we had really firm belief in the way we go about things and the way we play footy. They would stand up. So for us, it was about nothing new except, trying to bring it to life again, what we've been doing. And, under the leadership of Matthew and Aaron and David Mundy, everyone else jumped in behind them, and it was a fantastic win.
The first quarter was obviously crucial. What did you like most about that?
Just that we won the ball, made some really good decisions with the ball, lowered our eyes really well and hit the scoreboard a lot. It was really good.
Matthew, can you just give us your thoughts? I mean, is this as good a win as you've been involved with?
Yep, instinctively it probably is, up there with the first final win that we had a number of years ago now. But particularly against a side that we respect so highly, been there and done it many times before, running premiers and some champion players. We really respect their team and their club, and to come out and really perform on the big stage that is the MCG on a Saturday night is pleasing.
Ross, what does this do for the confidence of the group? I mean, you always talk about any time, anywhere, but speaking along with the MCG, it's just about as big a challenge as you can get. Yeah,
it is, but look, we'd earned that right. So as we talk about, confidence is just an emotion, it's just a feeling, and that really comes from actions that are delivering what you want. So the players understand, say individually, that they can stand up, so they'll feel good about that, and then that, the things we're asking them to do and we value will stand up as well, so they'll feel good about that. So it just becomes sort of self-perpetuating. But, as we know, the ball's bounced next week and tonight counts for nothing. But we'll certainly have some builds the belief to come into state, and you're right, I mean, an enormous team and, with home ground support. So it was a really good effort, I thought, by us. And Geelong, to their credit, they kept coming, they worked their way back into the game. I thought the second half, they had a more dominant second half than us, and we had a dominant first half. So they never gave up, and they made us fight it out. It would have been a lesser team probably would have put the cue on the rack, to be honest, but they kept coming at us, which is good for our group to understand that's what makes them great, and that's where we want to head to.
And also the start would have been pleasing, that the fact that you saw them often when they came back ahead, that would have been.
Yeah, it was mentally pretty tough, wasn't it? The reigning premier coming from behind, I thought we responded quite powerfully to that. It was fantastic, and our leaders again stood up at critical times.
How did you go sitting for the last quarter? When did you think you had it?
Look, I'm always worried. Probably 4 minutes, 5 minutes to go. I thought we'd be pretty stiff, and we were creating enough opportunities, but we tended to slaughter them for, a play on, a kick in the mark, a missed opportunity, a poor kick in. So we kept inviting them back in, and so look, I was a bit animated at the end and probably frustrated that we went away from some of the things we value and want to stay with, but that's a great opportunity for us to learn and understand how you have to keep playing to the last minute,
Matt, you're getting a bit of treatment on the calf at the end. I noticed you got the ice pack on, all good.
Yeah, I just copped a knock in a marking contest, so a bit of a stinger really. So yeah, nothing too bad.
Ross, was that last quarter a composure thing, do you feel? And do you feel that's a really area of learning growth for you, do you think?
Yeah, I think you've got to give credit to the Cats. They started winning centre square bounces and some clearances, and found some space really quite well. We sort of lost them a little bit. And then the second part, when we had opportunities, I thought we gave it back quite easily. And I think 3 of those were in front of goal for us, So I think it was a combination of their really good play and us learning who to tighten up on at the right time, because you always knew Selwood and Chapman and, Scarlett, those guys weren't going to come. So it's probably understanding that a little bit more and bracing ourselves a little bit more for that. But look, I thought there was some brutal contests out there tonight. It's been some fierce leading games, watching Hawthorn and Collingwood, then Swans and Adelaide. So it was interesting to see how we go, and I thought we played our part tonight in the context of those other 2 games as well.
Have you got some sore boys, Ross? How do you think you'll pull up out of it injury-wise?
Yeah, we're all clear on the injury front, but they'll be sore. You know, when there's a price you pay to come and win at the MCG like that against a quality opponent, and to our players' credit, I thought they gave enormous effort, and but they'll lick their wounds and soreness, and the bruises will be a bit easier to handle tomorrow, I'd imagine, for all of us, you know, involved in the club, because it's been a good win, and we get to the next round.
And what are your thoughts on the 6-day break and travelling again now?
That's the business. When you finish 7th, people earn the right for the longer break and the double chance, and that's reality, and I've got no problem with that.
And just a word on Adelaide?
Yeah, I'm not here to talk about Adelaide, to be honest. I think you've got to pay some respect, which I know you are, but I'm just saying it's been a pretty intense night tonight, and we just want to enjoy tonight, and when tomorrow comes, I'll start thinking about Adelaide.
Ross, what was your approach at half-time, three-quarter time, speaking to the players? Because you're so far in front. Was there a danger that they could sort of fall into a bit of negativity, just try to hang on?
Play safe. Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't know what the lead was at half-time, to be frank. I didn't mention it to the players. Just spoke about we need to reset and play and do the things we've been doing, because they'll come. We knew that.
Matthew, can you give us a bit of a taste of what you said in that huddle to the boys right before the first siren at the start of the game when you had them all gathered in?
Stretch my memory. Would have been relatively generic and similar to what, you know, we normally try to focus on each week, and, you know, the message was, in a big game like this, stick to the basics, and
Excuse me.
we've earned the right to be here. Trust all your preparation and your training since November, and every opportunity that you've put yourself in to be in this moment. So, and it was very much about to stay in the moment, not worry about results, and that was the message that Ross pushed all week. And off the top of my head, that's probably what it was.
And you've been through so much with Fremantle. Do you see tonight as some sort of coming of age for the club?
Oh, look, I'm not interested in making those types of comments or remarks. Just really wrapped for the entire group and the people behind the scenes to get the job done tonight, and, you know, 6 days' time we get to do it again.
I think it's really, let me reiterate, at the end of the day, this is a final. We've finished 7th, we've come and won one final. There's no coming of age. This is about 1 week, one final. That's all it means. We get to go to the next grid and have a go. So we're a serious football club. They're about improvement. One win doesn't make or break football clubs. We haven't achieved anything yet. So let's be really clear on that.
Ross, for the most part, you've travelled home from away games on the night. Why the change this time around?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not sure. Don't know.
Would that be ideal in your mind? Because it's worked pretty well for you over the year.
I don't know. Sometimes, a lot of times I don't. If you know what you don't know.
We did talk about it at some stage, didn't we?
Yeah, I think the conditioners, they run the club.
Oh, have you answered it then?
No,
I don't think he knows either.
I don't know.
You didn't talk about it.
We discussed it.
And what was the discussion?
Well, obviously, the discussion.
We'll fly home tomorrow.
We'll go tomorrow.
So why did you decide?
I think it was something to do with flights, like late, some of the food. I think it's clearly a later game, isn't it? So quarter to 8, my kids are all tucked up in bed, so they missed a game. So it's later than we're used to. So I think it was something to do with recovery. Normally we've been a lot earlier, been able to get out. So it's something really simple, nothing mischievous.
If you kept going 2 days out, you'd fly Wednesday. Do you think you would keep that up and fly as soon as Wednesday to Adelaide?
Yeah, well, I think we'll take a contingency approach, sit down with the experts, and we'll be advised when the best time is to go.
How far do you think you can go in the final series?
Yeah, I know you're very persistent, aren't you? I just said let us enjoy tonight. I think you've got to respect that we can go in and just give your loved ones a kiss and a cuddle and wake up tomorrow and think about, I'll tell you how far we can go, the review. That's all my mind. We'll review it and get, because that's just sensational. How far can you go? I haven't got a crystal ball. I don't know, you know. But, you know, I think that's what the commentators and media, I think it's good to speculate, but I'm not in that business. I'm in the business of staying in the moment, and, you know, the best thing we can do for next week is to prepare really well.
Ross, can I ask you your thoughts on Zach Dawson's game tick with McPharlin obviously out this week was always going to be a big task?
Pardon?
So I just wanted your thoughts on Zach Dawson's game, so particularly with
I thought he was
McPharlin,
part of a really good back six. I thought they all worked together. I didn't think... I thought it was a weight of numbers effort. You know, I think everyone just put in and tried really hard and worked really hard together. You know, I'd be remiss of us we start highlighting individuals, or me in particular, because we're not basketball. One player can't get it done. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.